The Daily Mail is leapt on the Jonathan Gullis bandwagon and is trying to maintain that the first migrants have now, that Rwanda has become a reality. It hasn't. Rwanda is a fantasy in the mind of the Home Office Minister, James Cleverly, and in the mind of Rishi Sunak, and of course the fantasy of Priti Patel and Suella Braverman. Jonathan Gullis talked about the first migrant, illegal migrant. It's a terminology that has been defined into existence by the unilateral Westminster law against the universally accepted understanding of what is a migrant and what is an illegal migrant. But be that as it may, Gullis yesterday championed the idea that the first migrant had been sent back to Rwanda, and that this confirmed that the Rwanda deal was working. But the point about the Rwanda law is that it's about removed forcibly, about people being removed forcibly. So somebody who volunteers for £3,000 to have a holiday in Rwanda is not being forcibly removed. And the first migrants who have been earmarked for removal and have been photographed being taken out of their homes, or taken out of the homes where they've been put in chains, noticeably they're not being taken out of posh hotels, again, is not a sign that Rwanda is a reality. It's a sign that the Home Office is trying desperately to locate the people that it's been collecting and leaving in limbo. And there's a £500 million scheme which has been appallingly executed and appallingly planned and appallingly drafted. And so prison-style vans going off to undisclosed areas nationwide, further operations. This is a scare tactic that is reminiscent of scare tactics from the past, and thankfully not so often in this country. And it's described as Operation Vector, Operation Vicious, which began on Monday lunchtime, so people could have their coffee first, with 800 uniformed officers from the Immigration Enforcement Unit. Well, one wonders why they haven't been in action beforehand. Arrested at their shabby properties, had earlier failed to attend appointments at immigration offices, it's understood. A Home Office spokesperson said the detentions were another milestone toward the government's pledge to bring in the Rwanda scheme and stop the boats. The point is, these two schemes, these two issues, the Rwanda scheme and the stop the boats, are independent of one another. So the Rwanda scheme may, just may, have taken the first steps towards being implemented, but it doesn't mean it's going to stop the boats. We now have to measure the number of boats who are coming in, or that are coming in, and we can say if more boats are coming in than last year, then the Rwanda scheme is failing. Whether it's happening or not, whether a plane takes off or not, is irrelevant, really, isn't it? It's about whether or not this stops the boats and stops people being killed in the Channel. By the way, I must apologise for my filming this in my pyjamas. I'm really not terribly well. I thought I was better, but I seem to have had a downturn. So I'm going to do a little teaching this morning, and then I'm going to go back to bed. Anyway, thank you.